Yo, 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 what's up? What's cracking? You rocking with your boy, the sinister minister, the thinking deacon, the rabbi Raymond Noodle, the chaplain of fried chicken's last rites. Y'all know who it is, the preacher's grandson, and the newly ordained minister. Well, reverend, elder, wherever you want to call it. Uh, and that's your boy Fat Cat. And also, I got my dog, Roof. It's T. Satellite, Bills. What's cracking?
Hey, what's happening with you over there, player?
Nothing much, man. You back off camera again at a disclosed place, you know, you know. But we want to welcome everybody. I said everybody. Give us that preacher voice, man.
Everybody.
I know that throat hurt for that one, boy. To the Fat Cat Show Network VIP Lounge, where only the exclusive, all three of y'all are invited. Your access pass has been granted. Boom, we welcome you. And man, we gonna have a good show today. But like we started off all the time, we want to wish those with birthdays a very, very special happy birthday. Amen. Because it's always good to be in the land of the living. Amen. And just like we got life, we got...
Yeah.
And we at the Fat Cat Show send our heartfelt condolences out to those who are grieving right now, who have lost people. Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, even though he were dead, yet shall he live. And he that liveth and believeth in me shall never die. And we hold true to these facts right here. And man, I'm just so glad that, hey, it's not over at death, especially when you believe, because he said he prepared a place for you up in glory for those who believe. Amen. And I'm not gonna get into to preaching and doing all that, man, because man, we got so much stuff that done happened over this wonderful weekend. What's been happening with you, man? Before we get into the topic.
Yeah, I went to Belle Isle and got on the giant slab this weekend.
And that's one of the topics too that I was gonna talk about, this giant slide. Man, they just opened the giant slide for those who may not be all wrapped up in the news, but they opened the giant slide. It's supposed to have been bigger, better. You know, the original one is if you see, look at the screen, the original one was yellow. This other one is silver and steeper and more dangerous and all kinds of stuff. You know what's so funny? My cousin, I saw it on his page. He posted it on his page because he took his kids to Belle Isle to ride the giant slide for the first time opening. You know, I know a lot of other generations of kids weren't privy to it. It's been closed for a minute now, but now they tried to introduce it to a new generation of kids. But this was dangerous. If this was the first time somebody went on it, I know these kids couldn't have had a good experience to want to go back on it. Did you get a chance to see the video?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, so for those who haven't been privy to see it, I got some footage of the video. So check this out. Yeah, a real quick footage, and man, people were hitting that ground real hard, and I'm surprised Attorney Carl Collins, Jeffrey Feiger, all the ones wasn't even camped out at Belle Isle waiting for lawsuits. I heard you had one coming.
Yeah. Because I hurt my neck and my back. My neck and my back.
And for those who listen, I wonder did anybody get a chance to go out to the giant slide? I'm wondering that. I haven't. You said something real interesting to me off the show. You said you never rode the giant slide.
No.
Never ever.
No. I didn't feel like being in the hospital.
But the other one, the first original giant slide, the yellow one, didn't go down like that. It took you down smooth.
It just didn't look inviting.
You probably was the one holding everybody jackets or something, like I was doing roller coasters and all that stuff. I couldn't.
Oh,
I couldn't do heights, but I did get on a giant slide before. But what I saw there today, I don't know why they wouldn't have tested it out to make sure it wasn't doing all that, or maybe they just didn't care. Maybe they thought it was fun, but it just seemed like whoever engineered it or they would have tested that out before kids got on there. And you can't tell me that no adult from that day is hurting right now.
Yes, because kids, their joints and muscles, I mean, they're flexible. When you get around our age, boy, everything is hard. And, you dislocate something, you down for the count for a few months.
Wait a minute. Janine said it's always been like that. When I was a little girl, they sprayed that on there, and it went just like that. That was fresh spray. You know what? I went down there. I never went down it like that. Because you could see the apparent difference on the pictures on screen, how steeper the lumps are on the new giant slide. I wouldn't dare. My cousin.
Because ESAB people, they have rough skin, so they probably didn't go down.
There you go. I had rough skin because my grandfather beat my skin. Beat the skin off of me. But Janine,
oh my God.
Janine said I fell off, skinned my arm up so bad when I was young. Dang. Wow. Hey. Lesson learned. I guess you got some nightmares on that, but you ever known somebody to have hurt themselves on the giant slide?
No, we didn't do stuff like that. My friends,
man,
we only people from the east side went on the giant slide.
I remember the giant slide where people used to go down head first. Some people would go down on their knees, and some of them, I even seen a dude stand up and go down. This is why you can't do that on this new one. You try to do that, I would have did it on the old one, because just walking up them stairs was challenging for me, because I'm scared of heights.
I ain't scared of heights, but my body couldn't do it. But, like, oh no.
But anybody watching, if you ever had a bad experience on the giant slide, or if you never rode the giant slide, you got to call us up. That number is 646-564-9728. Press that 1 if you want to comment. I don't know when. How long did the giant slide last? When was it first built? Was that always a part of Detroit? Anybody got any number on? I got to find out when that is. What Janine said, they shouldn't have kept it yellow. Maybe it's the aluminum. Okay, I guess, man, because some people were going down without carpets, and I guess that would make it, real, burning your skin coming down, especially when the sun hits that metal with you coming down. So, but they said,
I'm talking about your skin. That's friction, baby.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about that friction. We'll take all the skin off you. unless you're from the east side.
Oh man, I guess the west side crackheads will be trying to ship it.
How did crackheads get into the story? God.
Ship it, and try to make a pipe out of it. Well, keep on.
Oh my God.
Keep on. But Belle Isle ain't the same as it used to be. I remember the Belle Isle Zoo and all of that. It's not like it used to be. They took everything from Detroit. I don't know. And it seemed
I ain't know nothing. I didn't even know it was zoo back there or a planetarium. Because we just went on Belle Isle to drink 40s and talk to girls.
Come on, man. You never went to the Belle Isle Zoo?
Ah, the hecky, nah.
Dog. Wow.
Only people from the east side went to the zoo. To see wild poodles and pit bulls.
Hey. Most east siders probably couldn't afford that zoo then. That zoo wasn't free. Hey.
It wasn't free?
Heck, the aquarium and all that. All that stuff wasn't free. Oh, no. And so they got rid of, man, they took everything from Detroit. Now everything is mostly now a state park. The animals are stolen. Some people got them in their houses. Oh, man. I know they gave some to the Detroit Zoo. I know some of them was relocated, but shoot, that zoo been closed so long, them animals probably dead.
Yeah, I went in that one building. They had a roach exhibit, like East Side roaches, 7 Mile roaches. I was like, oh my goodness,
man, what them West Side bed bugs? The West Side aquarium bed bugs, but you know what? All good, man. The good thing about it, they shut it down, and they gotta go back to the drawing board on it. It tell you the truth, it's probably done for the for the season anyway now, because we getting ready to go in the winter. Kids getting ready to go back to school, so it's probably done, and it probably costs tons of money to even just fix that thing right there. So no telling where the money came from, if we paid for it, the taxpayers, or what. I don't know where the money came from to fix it. So, I know it's a state-run park and all that. So, hey, to each his own, But anyway, the next tale is your boy. This is so funny to me because it ain't like we didn't know. Tevin Campbell coming out the closet. Like we didn't know. Come on.
He coming out the closet for what? The door was never closed. That closet door was wide open.
Like we didn't know. That's what I'm saying. Like we didn't know you were gay. Like that. Like.
But hold up. Let me say this, okay?
Okay.
Everybody got that cousin or somebody in their family. When their mama and them found out they was gay, they was surprised, and y'all sat back like, "What? How you ain't know?"
Right.
I guess for your kids, it's hard to see that in your kids or whatever. But it's like in high school, we all knew who the gay kids was in school.
You did. It wasn't hard to tell the feminine type people that was in it. We had one guy we grew up with, man, that was he was raised by a lot of women, and he just had all them qualities, and he would never come play basketball or football or baseball on the playground with the guys. He always stood with the girls. So I don't know, but I was looking at this article, and it says R&B singer Tevin Campbell confirms he is gay in a new interview. And it said, and he was quoted as saying, "When I came out to my family and friends about 19 or 20, that was it for me." He said, "And then I went on the road and discovered myself." Wow. He said discovered itself, but acknowledge how difficult it was to be publicly gay in the 1990s. He said he was glad to wait. Man, I can't even see it now. Glad he gets to see queer stars such as Frank Ocean and Lil Nas X, and noted how affirming their success is for young black boys still discovering themselves. He said, when we can get to a place in society where somebody can just say, "Yeah, I'm gay." Every person in the world isn't straight. Get over it. When you get to a point in your life where you love yourself so much you don't give a damn what people say or think about you, that feels good. But the whole thing is that we already knew. And he could have lived his truth a long time ago. Well, he was living his truth because he had a rough time. Hollywood really chewed him up, because he was on drugs. He said he was prostituting out of Vegas Strip. He got caught out there, he tried to solicit a...
That's almost like RuPaul coming out the closet.
Right.
Like, I can't believe RuPaul.
Right.
Okay, the guy that the guy that wrote Richard Pryor, what's his name?
Paul Mooney.
Yeah, Paul Mooney is gay. Who didn't know?
Right. Because you could just the mannerisms. Even when he first came out singing and stuff like that, they said Quincy Jones was abusing him, doing all that. So hey, I don't know. This is not a surprise. It's like telling me that unprotected sex can give you AIDS. It's just like,
Huh?
There's
Where'd that come from?
I'm just saying, just something that you obviously know. That it's true. If you keep practicing unprotected sex, you can get AIDS.
Man, dudes out here hitting it raw. Still, it ain't no obvious to it. Evidently, people must not know.
They don't care.
People catching STDs and coronavirus at the same time.
They don't care. But honestly, what did him coming out of the closet do for your life?
It didn't do nothing. Just hearing it right now. I'm like, who got a has-been coming out the closet?
What was that?
He one of them people like, when he died, you going to be like, oh, I didn't even know he was dead.
Janine said,
he been dead for 15 years.
Janine said, I know feminine men that have lots of feminine ways and love women to death. Let me see, Janine, a feminine type man, they had a ways, but it's something deep there. They trying to cover up. A lot of men be low. They the DL type dudes, or the ones that they got their little feminine ways about themselves. But somewhere down the line, somebody did something to them. Because a man is a man. I don't care what nobody say. A man is a man. It's just you can't tell me, because I done seen I seen them type of dudes that back in the day had their little ways about them, feminine ways, and later on now we in a society where you can live your truth, and now they done came out. I just can't see a man, because being raised by a man, a man's man, hey, real men, we don't have them type feminine ways about ourselves. I can't get on that one. What you think, man?
Hey, man, I don't know. you already know how I am. I don't say too much about that subject, because I don't need the alphabet boys bothering me.
Well, Janine said we forgot about him. That's probably why he's speaking up, so we can remember him. He's been out of the starlight for a long time. She said Kevin Campbell. Kevin Campbell. yeah. It's something, But he was trying to tell us a long time ago, though.
He was trying to tell us when.
He was trying to tell us when he said, "Can we talk?" He was trying to tell you a long time ago.
I'm trying to get it.
When he said, "Can we talk?"
How did that sound?
Huh?
That mean he was trying to tell us something?
Yeah, man. Can we talk? I need to tell you something.
Hey, you deep, brother. You deep.
He was trying to, thank you. You got half a chromosome yourself. But anyway, man, I just, hey, you live your truth. My thing is always this, I don't have problem with people living their truth, but I just think we have to be very careful. We have to be very, very, very careful because I would say this. I know you over there cringing and scared, but I was
Who are you talking?
You. We have to be very careful because the thing that I really don't understand. Okay, be you, do you, but when it comes to a man saying something about homosexuality and stuff like that, we get scrutinized for it. But the whole thing about it is, what's confusing to me is that a woman can be gay and act like a man, but when a man tries to be a man, it's looked at boldly. That's the thing that kind of like get me, that I try to understand. You can go up to, you can see two women walking together and just say one is the man type woman, and if the man tries to, if she thinks to deem the man to be looking at her boo thing or whatever, then she can be the man. She can step up and be the man. Hey, that's mine right there. But she could be the man. But if we step up and we try to do manly things and defend our manhood, then it's looked at boldly. And I know you ain't gonna touch on it, but I just had to get that out. I had to get that out for me.
Do you feel better? You feel better?
Yeah, man, because it confuses me, man. I'm confused. How can a woman be more of a man than a man? Just answer that. Anybody listening. How is it right for a woman to be a man more than a man can be a man? That's what, it sounds funny, but this is the reality of what we dealing with. If she stands up and says something, then it's law. The manly woman. But if the man say something, then he looked at like man. Irrelevant. I know you ain't gonna say nothing, but holla if you hear me. Holla if you hear me. But anyway, man. But shout out to him, man. He living his truth. Hey. To each his own. Hey, we gotta deal with the consequences of what we deal with. But anyway, I want to get to our next topic of discussion. Did you see this about the young lady? The young lady that had the tissue stuffed in her car.
Yeah, that's scary, ain't it?
Yeah, that's real scary.
The whole time because I got a daughter. The whole time I was thinking about my daughter. If somebody did that to my daughter, they could snatch you up.
Right. The scary part about it is that a lot of women are walking around here, and they are still kind of like oblivious to what is happening. they still are careless of how they're walking the street. Some of them are still going out by themselves, and sex trafficking is really getting heavy, especially black women, young black women. Y'all gotta watch it out here, and this is a case of it right here. This young lady, what happened to her, and they are really coming up with all kinds of tactics, tracking women and trying to get them on their stroll. So watch this thing, and we're gonna discuss it a little bit further.
Well, a celebratory day turned into a terrifying moment for one Houston woman. She says she was poisoned after touching a napkin.
Her story has gone viral, and she wants to raise awareness about what happened.
Physically, I'm okay, but emotionally, mentally, I'm not. I don't even want to go anywhere by myself.
Erin Mims was celebrating her birthday with her husband at a restaurant Tuesday. They were headed to a spa when she noticed a napkin wedged in the passenger door handle of her car.
This isn't the actual napkin, but I just wanted to give y'all an idea of how it was sticking out the door handle. I didn't think none of it. I just took it and threw it out, but then I opened the door with the tips of my fingers. And I got in and I asked him, "Did you put a napkin in the door?" And he was like, "No."
She decided to go back into the restaurant and wash her hands. After leaving, she said she knew something was wrong.
And maybe 5 minutes, my whole arm started tingling, started feeling numb, and then I couldn't breathe. I started getting hot flashes, my chest was hurting, my heart was beating really fast.
They drove to the nearest hospital where doctors ran urine samples, blood tests, and CAT scans.
Doctor came in and he told me, it wasn't enough in my system to determine what it was, but it was acute poisoning from, an unknown substance.
But anyway, you get the picture on that. Man, this sex trafficking thing is so serious. Another lady had told, I think this was one of my wife's co-workers or something. She had told a story about she was out by herself, and she came back out. She went into a establishment, and she came back out, and a person had tied a zip tie onto her door handle of her car. And so this was the way the traffickers tagged her car and tracked her to let whoever does the pickup of the people, let them know, oh, I took this one, grab this one. And so she went and the husband came and cut it off the car, and she went somewhere else and they put the tag back on the car, and the husband he called the police, and he kept cutting the thing off. And this is how they tag their victims. And I'm seeing so many women that they're walking around thinking they too cute to walk with a dude, or too independent to walk with, just be careful. I seen a young lady the other day just walking with headphones on in the middle of the street when I went to go pick up my cousin. She was walking in the middle of the street, couldn't even hear me coming up the street in my car, and just bouncing along, just on her merrily way, and could have got snatched that easy. Wait a minute, Janine said, when I go to the grocery store, it's always single men sitting in their cars looking at people get out, like women watching. When I come out, they still be sitting in the car. So, yeah, you never know. And then you see all the tactics. I heard about the traffickers parking vans side by side to women's car. These guys are methodical now. They out here just doing everything, and like you said before, man, I got a daughter, I got a niece, I got cousins, and I got a wife, most importantly. And it's a scary thing to see. I don't let my wife really too much go nowhere, by herself if she gotta travel somewhere. Whenever she, And sometimes she, she may say, "Babe, I'm all right. I got it. But it's a scary thing to even think about. What's your take, man?
I don't know. I got a story for you.
Okay.
This happened in the 90s. I had a friend. She used to go to after hours all the time. And I had told her earlier that day, I was like, you need to stop going to them after hours, man. That is dangerous. You be going to stuff like that. So, probably about 2 o'clock in the morning, her sisters called me hollering and screaming like, so-and-so got raped, she in the hospital. And I thought they was playing. I was like, my phone playing. Come to find out, this is what happened. She came home from the after hours. A guy followed her from the after hours. She started going to her house. He snatched her, pulled her in the backyard, in the back of her house. Her father was in the house. Not father. Her mother and her sisters was in the house. And he raped her for a whole hour.
Damn. Wow. See? And that's the thing, too. It used to, we used to be a little bit better like at that. Men used to protect women a little better, but now it's like it's a disconnect. Wait a minute, Janine said they've been doing their homework, watching her weekly. They that's what they do. They ain't got nothing else to do. They cruise up a street and we done got so programmed to think that these people are in white vans and all that, man. They don't got to be in no van. They can just be. They can have a scout watching you and just and just snatch you up. This is something scary. I always tell about. I don't even like my daughter. Daughter and them. They like the cousins and stuff like to walk to the store. I don't like them walking to the store by themselves. I let them walk, but I stay. I track them. Let them walk.
Can I ask you an honest question?
What?
Like, if you was going to your car and some men snatched you up and raped you in a van, would you report it?
There you go. But on the serious side, I ain't talking about no man rape, man. I'm talking about just women, man, out here. Y'all gotta watch yourselves, man. For real, y'all gotta really, really watch yourselves out here. They like it's getting. And then in Detroit is a border city, and it is nothing to get snatched and took across the border or something. It's you have to, man, because like I said, they said in Atlanta they just found 28 women that were being sex trafficked in the back of a truck. So this is how serious this thing is,
Not a truck, a trailer.
Yeah, the truck, yeah. So, but they got to be very, very careful, man. Yep. And watch the people who's passing new things in the parking lot. Yep. Like samplers, do not touch them. Yeah, that's another thing too. People putting on those flyers, up on your windshield and stuff like that. Another lady had did that. Somebody had put that knockout oil stuff on the thing, and she was removing the flyer off, and she touched it, and it and she was about to pass out, and then luckily a bystander that was curious, like one of the guys, like Janine said, that was probably sitting in the parking lot waiting on his wife to get out. He witnessed the person put the thing on the windshield, and he just stood by, and he saw the lady pass out, and he called the police and stood with her until the end. And a lot of people, ladies, they just, when they get some money and stuff and they go shopping, boy, they don't think about nothing else but spending that money, and that's, and don't even pay attention to what's around them. And that's when they get took, So, but anybody that's listening got any comments on that? The number is 646-564-9728. Make sure you press that 1 if you want to comment, man. I feel for most of these ladies out here, and they taking these kids young too. And I hate the fact that some of us are still, especially as parents, are being, dumb as far as letting our little girls and little kids just walk off by themselves. I don't understand it, really, because you want to remember back in the day they used to the parents that used to send their kids to the store to get them a pack of cigarettes. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crossing big main streets. Our parents was retarded. They was pregnant, drinking liquor and shit, and they didn't care. They had to come out and tell you couldn't drink and be pregnant. Like, somebody had to tell you that?
Yeah. You right, Janine. They are taking the boys too. They taking them. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely gotta be careful. And that's weird to have to tell a boy, you better watch it. They might sex traffic you and rape you. That's so weird.
Because if somebody snatch you and you a guy, it's nothing. I'm talking about you. Who gonna tell? What man gonna tell? They got me.
They ain't gonna take no old 50-year-old me.
Somebody might want the bricks of
bricks with bumps on them and hair.
Nah, I ain't talking about nobody old like us. That's like you being old and going to prison. Ooh, fresh fish. Ain't nobody gonna want no old man.
Great taco meat, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, open your butt up and worms will fall out.
Oh man, oh no, you stupid as well, man.
You a nickname in prison. It's about, hey man, you seen Gray?
Jiggles.
Jiggles? No, you be Gray.
Jiggles. Jiggly Gray. Jiggles.
Man, I don't want to talk about that no more. Oh man, you make my stomach hurt. Oh.
But anyway, man, I want to get to this next topic before we get to our main topic for the day. You silly as hell, man. But this is about a New York fire captain accused of pressuring a black firefighter to attend his party to be racist towards him. And this was crazy, man. And it's going to show you that the people that don't believe that racism still exists, that want to be dumbfounded to it and all of that, and just to feel comfortable as a person with power to still be able to be a bigot and dumb like that. But check this video out right quick, and we're gonna discuss it.
What I had to experience a month ago, it cut me very deeply.
Jared Jones has been a firefighter for 14 years. He is suing the city and RFD for discrimination.
I'm sorry to even have to be here today, but in order for things to change, we have to do difficult things.
Saw signs mocking Juneteenth, under which there were buckets of fried chicken. He saw on the ground posts with the pictures of elected officials throughout the yard. And when Mr. Jones went to his commanders, he went to his officers above him, and he said, "This is terrible. Can you address this? Can we handle this?" They assigned him to work with the same captain his next shift.
I decided to speak up today because I have two children that maybe one day will aspire to be firefighters, and I don't want them to have to experience what I experienced. I wouldn't want.
All right. This is crazy. Now, I just want to know. I want to get this off my chest right quick. Because white people love fried chicken just as much as black people. So, who hit us with that stigma?
They did.
But they love.
Who else? It was just something to stereotype black people. This is the same thing about the whole watermelon thing. They like watermelon too.
Yeah.
And to tell the truth, watermelon is good for you.
Right. Dang,
watermelon is like the natural Viagra because it opens up the veins.
Man, but once again,
it does.
What would he? Let's say if that situation happened to you, how would you have handled that? Right there, how would you have handled it?
I don't know. I just left.
You brought me here to humiliate me, basically. You thought that was a good idea, and to me, I just, in my right mind, in my heart of hearts, I just can't see that captain couldn't have made other racial undertones to this man to feel comfortable to do the things that he did. You know how you have some undercover racist white person that they have pushed the limit to see how you stand on it, and they use the N-word around you or something. I know it might not personally have happened to you, but you have that type that they try to test to see if they can do certain things around you. So this must have been going on, because I don't see that a person that's decorated, that has a position as a New York captain of a fire department, to risk it all to just do that without having no prior knowledge of this guy and how he reacts to certain things. I don't see him just throwing, because he ended up, the captain ended up resigning. He ended up resigning. So they always let them resign. That's what kills me. They let them resign. They don't fire them or nothing. They just let these people resign. What you think? What's your take?
They let them get that retirement. That retirement money. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But me personally, I like when people show me
who they are.
Who they really are. All that fake racism. That's why I like Trump. Mm-hmm. See, Trump, he'll let you know who he is.
Yeah.
Without none of that fake stuff or not. There's a lot of people that's way more racist than Trump. They just had it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know who you are up front. That's all. If you live in any other place other than Michigan, you will know. Like even a lot of places like in the South, I'm talking about, they'll smile all up in your face, and they will hate black people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The racist people in Michigan, they'll smile. They'll smile like you the best of the best. I said it wrong. The ones in the South, they'll show you that they hate you, dude. The ones in Michigan, they act so fake.
Right.
Like, hey, like, you're my best employee. You're my best photo.
Yeah.
And they'll hate your black butt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's what I hate about the racism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what? One incident I had before when when my kids were in elementary school, and I was I was picking them up for school, and it was a note. Now you have to park outside, on the outskirts of the school to go pick them up, because when the buses are in there, you can't go in the circle where the buses are. So you have to park outside the school on the street. And so the street was full. So I was waiting on this car to leave. That was, this car it was a white person in it, and they were halfway blocking the guy's driveway and all that, but it wasn't no problem. And so he had pulled off, the person pulled off, and I pulled in the spot where he was, because all I had to do was go, hurry up and run and grab my kids and just go. And so the guy, as soon as I got out, pulled in the spot, got out the car, he like, "Oh, no, you don't park there. No, you don't, this and that." Well, yeah, I said. So I was like, man, so I waved him off. I said, man, I waved him off. Man, I ain't worried about that. I'm going to get so it didn't even take me a minute to grab my kids and come back and put them in a car and stuff like that. And so he wants to get out and like a male Karen and come let me know that he's offended that I parked right there. And I told him, I said, look, man, I said, I'm moving. Go on about your business. Don't say nothing to me. So he like, I'll say something to you. He came down off. And so for a minute, the east side jumped out of me. And so I said, what you trying to do then? And forgetting that my kids, I said, what you trying to do? What? I said, because I know if you walk up on me, you're going to be laid out. And so, my kids. And so I caught myself, and I was like, you know what, blah, blah. So he had his little pen, came out trying to write my license plate number down, all this stupid stuff. So I was like, I ain't got time. I hopped in. And so my kids was like, they was mocking me. They was like, Dad, you was like, what you trying to do? What you gonna do? What you trying to do? And then I felt like I wasted breath on somebody who really didn't want to really do nothing but just agitate me, So that was a white Ken. She said that was a white Ken. Yeah, they do stuff like that. Like you said, I do like people to just show me where they stand. I ain't like that. We had a supervisor like that. He would do all this low-key racist type, racist type stuff, but trying to be slick with it, like, hey, bub, dude, all that type stuff. I hate that, same way, man. So, you got anything else on this?
Nah.
Cause I know at college, man, you was a regular Malcolm X.
Yeah, man, I done faced racism, as a child, like it was nothing. That's why I was never comfortable with dudes like, what up, nigga? Because I know how I feel to be called a nigger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I ain't like people to talk to me like that. I'm like that now. I really don't even use the N-word.
And up at school, when we was up in college, that was my first actual time experiencing racism. Firsthand. Because I never dealt with that type of stuff. Because being in the hood, you was in the hood and you was around your own people.
Yeah.
So
you was on the east side.
You ain't have to tell what side I was on. I was just in the hood. So I don't know what the hell you talking about. But that was the first actual time I really experienced it up there. And I remember you used to tell me about racism all the time. It used to be really, you turned into red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish, all that up there, man. I was like, man, this guy is crazy, I was like, but then when I started experiencing it myself, man, I was like, wow, this is crazy right here, boy. I remember when they used to have Black History Month. They used to put the literature out there, and they started writing nigga on the literature and all that stuff up there. That's when I really started to notice. I said, man, this is real. This stuff is crazy. And the thing about it, the system protects them to being racist, because if we react the way they expect us to react, only thing that's gonna happen to us is we gonna be in jail with records.
Or dead.
Yeah, right.
See, when you have a chance to grow up around that type of bull crap, you know how to maneuver. Mm-hmm. You don't just react, because you know what's gonna happen to you. Mm-hmm. You punch. I know one of those guys. I started to bust upside the head with a dumbbell, but my common sense says, if you bust him in his head, you're gonna be straight in prison. Right.
But anyway, man, we gonna move on from this, and we gonna go into our main topic for today. But right quick, you were so right about that, because man, we just it's just so much we had never equate to what our grandparents went through with racism, but we got our fair share, and hopefully, I don't really see it getting better for the generations unless it's just a all-out takeover, just a takeover. They just gonna keep pushing the agenda and doing what they gonna do unless somebody gets smart enough to really make a change. We see that I guess if you could call it a first phase with a black president didn't work. And I remember when people say, hey, paint the White House black and put a black president, and that didn't work. We see that phase didn't work. And I think the closest thing that happened that got the attention was when George Floyd, when that stuff happened and people rioted. And I think that was the first beginning of them hearing us out,
Mm-hmm.
But they turned.
But slowly but surely, the whole situation with George Floyd is disappearing. People gonna stop talking about it in a minute.
Yeah.
So, like every single time.
Right. So, our topic for today is: should there be any changes to the man code? And I think, people say, what is a man code? And I want to establish this, since we was talking off the show about this. The man code is a creed made by men, that things are the do's and don'ts of manhood, things that we don't do and things that we should do. And this is things that we hold on. And I know all the time when it was established, men, one of the number one rules that men had is that me and friends don't holler at the same chicks. I won't go behind satellite and try to holler at anybody that he hollered at. And this was a man code. Another man code. Men don't wear buns. We don't wear no buns. We don't wear tight jeans. We don't. There's an established man code. But it seemed like in this generation, things are changing. Like, things are changing. It's a lot of the old codes that are being broke. And so the question is, should there be any changes to the man code, or should it just be that reinforced? The man code isn't written down, but it's established in the hearts of men and how we do things. A lot of times too, some of the main rules, some dudes break every day. Cause I know dudes that call themselves people friends, and they'll holler at their chick, holler at their wife, or whatever. But what's your take?
What do they call it? The bro code?
The bro code, yeah.
See, the problem with it is you might be the only one playing by the rules.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't supposed to talk to each other, chicks, or a chick that hollered at. Why you saying that? Why you thinking that? he hitting those cakes.
Right. I know. I
done had plenty of my so-called friends go behind me and mess with some chick that I used to talk to. Hell, I wish I could say something so meaty. I wish I could. I can't say it though. I can't say it though.
Oh man.
Because he might listen to the show. I can't say it. Yeah. Oh man.
Same here. I person that come to mind, it was big on that. Every woman that his friends, any of his friends seemed to have hollered at, he always took an interest in. And it just was like, you like, wow, dude. 1 million women on the planet Earth, you chasing behind.
You know what? I'm talking about that's something I never did before, man. I never wanted one of my boys, girls, or tried to holler. But you know what I did do before?
Wow, I knew it had to be some dirtiness behind.
Yeah. I did some dirty stuff before. Some real dirty stuff. My friend, he's a player. He had a lot of women, right?
Right.
And his car broke down, so I had to pick him and his girl up, from the car. So I picked him up. We dropped her off first, and I dropped him off. And I went back to her house, and she said, what you come back here for? I said, you know what I came back here for. Came back here for you, baby. And I picked her up and took her to my house. And I was a young cat, though. And I think that's the only time I did something. I don't know why I did that.
I know, man.
I used to drink St. Anne's.
Bad setup. It was in the, wait, let me ask, did you have, let me give you this man code thing, and let's see how you handled it, and see if it lined up with man code. Okay. If y'all at a club and a chick hollered, let's say you hollered at a chick at the club, the number all that, and you making plans to do what you do, and then let's say the same chick went and she hollered at your dude, one of your boys, and then who gets the chick? Who gets the chick?
I do, because I ain't gonna let it happen. Man, all my boys used to do that to me all the time. They'll see me, because I was always the break the ice type of cat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
After I broke the ice, here they come. My cousin did that right in my face. I broke the ice. I'm talking to this girl, like, I get her number, whatever. And I'm sitting there talking to her. He come right in my face, trying to holler at her. I said, "Hey, this little ass dude?" He said, "There you go. What you talking about? You see, I'm sitting here hollering at her. And you gonna bring your little A over here?"
You know who did that to me?
Who?
My uncle. Right. Check this out. We was at a club this a long time ago. We was at a club and my uncle was like, he was like, "You see that little chick over there? She was a bad little chick too." He was like, "How would you talk to her?" And I said, boom. So I got up, went over there, and started talking to her. Had her smile and all this and that. And he saw it and then he gonna come over there and cop block. Like really come over there and just like, hey, I got it from here.
What? And what you do?
I got it. She just looked at him like, man, what? But he wouldn't leave. He just stood around.
You ain't say nothing to him?
Nah, man. I wasn't sweating it.
I know, but I like to embarrass you. You said, I ain't never doing that again.
I'm like, wow. It was crazy though, but you know.
You know what you should have said?
What?
He ain't even trying to make no drink or nothing. You like broke dudes?
Oh man. See, and that's but that'd be another violation of the man code. Like just
what?
You know, just embarrassing your boy.
Oh, no. You disrespect me, I'm gonna embarrass you so bad.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, I'm the one that drove. I'll be like, you keep on acting like that, I'm gonna leave you at the bar.
Janine said, good show, fellas. Enjoyed you guys. I'm up here watching the news, so they be stealing little kids' gym shoes. Look, now 12-year-old girl got shot over her gym shoes. Dang. Wow. But that was happening in our era. These are
what they call it? Check it in. You gotta check those in.
Run it. But you know what else you think what is a do in the man code? What should you do or what should you don't? Whatever one you come up with. What are you
sit back and tell your business because they want to holler at a chick. You know that's to happen a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I done been drugged through the mud by so-called bros. You know, I done had that happen to be. It happened to be so bad. I had a guy told like, why you hollering at him for? He just gonna use you like he did them other girls. I said, wow. I done had that happen, and the girl come back and tell me, and I'm like, wow. That was crazy, but I just never saw. I was never like that. Remember, we talked about that going up to Northwood. We have never, that's what introduced us to the player hater type stuff. We had never seen nothing like that until we got into Northwood. Never.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there was no brotherhood up there.
Yeah. It was like hating was pleasure principle, you know? It was just like, man, like, are you serious? I remember when you was telling me about the football players coming to the door, knocking on the door with no shirt on, trying to, you know, when they knew you had a woman in the, you know, all of that type stuff.
Making their chest jump up and down.
You got some short.
And I weigh 137, and I weigh 137 pounds.
like wow, and they sit up there. They'll wait for you. They'll wait for you to. If you had a girl come up there, they'll wait for you to go to class and be knocking on your door, trying to get, trying to get at the girl you with.
Yeah, I should have just tossed them a crunchy towel.
Yeah, man. It was so much. It was so much going on. I'm trying to think of some other like man code things that
What do they call that? Pillow talking.
Yeah, the pillow talking. Definitely pillow talking. There's a lot of dudes that do a lot of little pillow talking. And another man code thing too. It stick to men shouldn't wear the same outfits.
Bro, I don't know if that's a bro code.
Huh?
I don't know if that's a bro code.
Who should wear the same outfits? Go, you going to get a new outfit. Oh, I'm dressed up.
You never wear you never wear a man's outfit before?
No, I'm talking about dressing alike, going out. Oh, I'm about to get the same
Hell,
thing.
what kind of shit you talking? You got me cussing. What you talking about?
Like, we gonna dress alike.
Hey, dog. Hey, just go out. We gonna dress. We gonna wear the same thing. I ain't never in my life seen no stuff like that ever.
I did. I seen it.
Oh my God.
Two of my coworkers did it. They got clout.
They went out and they purposely put the same outfit on.
I'm sorry. I had to put this out. It was like, yeah, they did it, and they got clout for it, big time, crazy. Said men don't wear outfits.
Outfit.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think some other little man code, man. See, I know you gonna get fun.
They don't go hang out at the bar and be sucking on lollipops.
Or popsicles.
What's that? Okay.
Oh man. Oh man. And if you go to the bathroom and there's a bunch of urinals, you don't pee in the one right next to another man.
No, you don't have no conversation with me while I'm at the urinal. I can't. Yeah. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Why are you talking to me, dude?
I just hate that. Like, even in the stalls, with somebody, it'd be a bunch of empty stalls, and they want to come up to the one right next to you. I used to punch the wall when that happened. I was mad as hell. Like, man.
Or somebody go in your chip bag. A dude put his hands in your chip bag like, no, you can have them all.
A man kiss another man on the cheek. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Why you get quiet, man?
Oh, I didn't say nothing.
A man should kiss another man on the cheek.
Nah, a man shouldn't tickle another man.
Yeah, man, grown man, tickle. Tickle. Oh man. Or share another hope. Said, oh yeah. Wait. Nah, men shouldn't take selfies, especially with another dude. No. What's your take on that, man?
Well, remember what I told you? Don't do again. You took a selfie and did the duck lips.
You always take your selfies and get the pictures of me and peeing in the urinals in the bathroom.
What the hell?
Hey, stop messing with me.
What the? Oh, you an extra gangster, huh?
Hey, you better leave me alone. Hey.
God. Man.
I'm out with
all I said was you gave you was doing duck lips.
Ain't nobody I don't do no damn duck lips.
Oh, I still got that picture. What are you talking about?
Whatever. See, there you go. Want to play again?
No. I got a picture of you doing the duck. Don't you remember? No. You were trying to do the duck lips.
Man, hush.
He said hush.
See? Yeah, man shouldn't lie on another man. Bro code.
Hush.
Man should lie on another man. That's another thing. Man, what's some more bro code? Bro code.
Or tell your girl where you was really at.
Oh.
I don't know why he said he was with me. He wasn't with me. Like, oh, dang. You done broke the bro code.
Right. Broke the bro. Yeah, he ain't over here.
But you know what I told my cousin before? I know this was wrong. His wife called me to my son. Did so and so get you a room for you and your girl? I said, huh? I said, yep. But he didn't. But I told him, I said, if you ever use my name again, I'm gonna tell on you. I'm just telling you, don't feed me out of that bull crap. I don't need nobody girl calling me, asking me nothing.
Yeah, that's another one. You should never put your brother in a bad situation to bail you out. That's another bro code thing. You should never put.
Cause you know it's so crazy. Like I can tell they be sitting back, pillow talking with that girl. Like he be doing this, he be doing that. But one thing about it is like when I had a chick, I never came home after 1 o'clock in the morning. I used to take my butt home.
Right.
I said, with nothing more important. No girl was that fine for me not to get up and take my butt home.
Right. And that's the funny part about me. One of my cousins, no good cousins, threw me up under the bus. Act like I had him out there hanging out. And his wife
Right.
His wife called my wife and was like, you need to talk to Thomas about all that hanging out he be doing, keeping. Said my husband said he don't be wanting to hang out, but Thomas want to hang out all the time. And my wife already knew that was a lie. She was like, she looked at my wife, she told like, hey, shoot, my husband don't hang out. What you talking about? You need to get him together. And so I don't know.
Yep. Yeah. You sitting there running with your cousin like, hey, your cousin. Man, I don't stay out all night. I do my dirt and go home. You gotta respect the household.
So we got 8 minutes left, and if you watching and you have any bro codes, the do's or don'ts, that number is 646-564-9728. Press that 1 if you want to be heard. But man, it's so many bro codes that deals with relationships, but there's a lot of bro codes outside, but I don't know why I can't think of them right now.
I can think of one.
What?
This happened. You might not want to join in this conversation, all right?
All right.
Okay, like when we used to run trains on chicks, right? And it was always that one dude that wipe her up and mess it up. Now that
Yeah.
He wiped up the tramp.
Yep. A dude should ride on the back of a motorcycle of a guy.
What the hell?
Huh? Bro code. Trying to think about everything that we thought of was along the lines of relationship though. Almost like dealing with,
That's the only code that men have. Anything else, we can care less what you do.
Right.
If it ain't involving the woman, what you go? Hey man, you broke the bro code. What kind of code you got that ain't involving no woman?
Wait a minute. Janine said a guy should never come over your house when you're not home. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, involving the woman.
Yep. See.
Well, if your woman let her in, that tell you what kind of person she is. 'Cause you better not let nobody in my house. She know better. You got to be talking to him through the door, with the door closed.
Right. All right, he not here. I see you later. Hey. Yeah, that's deep. That's deep, Janine. That's deep. That ever happened to you, Janine? One of your ex's friends come over to visit you? But he says you told him to come and wait on you at your house.
I don't play that. I don't go in the same room with none of my boys. That just happened to be the beginning of the summer. My dude say go in the house and grab the cups or whatever. His girl was in the house. I was like, nah, I wait for you to come in the house too. I don't go in people's houses with their girls. Right. I just don't do that because she might come on to you. I don't put myself in a situation where anything can happen. Right. You know what I did before? And I feel so bad about it.
What? Oh, shit.
My homegirl daughter is like 19, right? Mm-hmm. I was drunk as I don't know what. Man, do you know I came on to her daughter?
90 seconds.
Wow.
And I was like, but I was drunk because I'd have never did no stuff like that.
Janine said
that's how I did it.
Janine said, tested me. Yeah, I know women be doing that be testing you.
Yeah, you could test me.
Boy, you crazy.
60 seconds.
But anyway.
Man, I'd have best ride with chicks' friends. I did this real raunchy, just no good stuff. My boy, the girl he was in love with, they broke up. I just seen her when she was out drunk. And I was like, man, I used to tell him all the time, you keep messing up, he gonna lose you. You a good girl, too.
Man, stop it. But anyway, man, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Janine, for tuning in and comments and all that. Thank everybody for just watching and tuning in. But the bro code should never be broke. I think, some of the rules need to be reestablished. There should be some new rules because some people...
10 seconds.
Ain't no code. You the only one playing by that rule.
But
believe me, I was one of them cats. Cats that didn't play by the rules.
But anyway, man. Anyway, man, we up out of here. Peace. Till we see you later.
Peace.
All right.